Hello, friends and travelers and all that good stuff. Welcome back to the channel, the Christopats. We are off the road, as you know, and I wanted to give you an update as to what happened after we got inside our RV. So hang on and I'll tell you what's been going on. So as you can see, we made it through, excuse me, Canadian Customs okay. They did give us a secondary inspection because of me. And what happened was, because I had been out of the country for a year and a half, I guess, they wanted to know why, because I'm supposed to be a permanent resident here. Well, the reason why is because my husband decided he wanted to become a permanent resident in the United States, and we could not leave the country while he was in process. So we explained that to him, the Border Patrol officer, who was very nice. We have had some very rude ones coming and going, but this guy was really nice. And he just explained to me that if I was going to travel like that, if I was going to be gone for a year or something like that, to make sure I was traveling with my husband or, a Canadian citizen. And the time won't count against me as far as being out of the country. So, it should be okay now. We can come and go. Anyway, but we sprung the coach out of our RV jail, as we call it. And let me tell you, we are burnt out, tired. And it's not really because of the road. It's because once we got here to the park, which you saw in our last video, and we got inside the RV and started opening up things, Mr. Whiskers had paid us a visit with all of his family, apparently. And we had come back before a year and a half ago and collected all of the food out of here that we thought would perish while we were gone, perishables. And it just never really occurred to me that we would have mice. So, it should have, but it didn't. So, we had mice. Oh, wow, did we have mice. For a year and a half, they were in mousy heaven. Let me tell you, they went through everything. And the good thing is, we had left some things here and stored them, some food stuff that was in Mylar bags and stuff like that, extra stuff that we were storing under our bed, which is a very tight space. Yeah, Mr. Whiskers got in there, probably brought the whole neighborhood with him. I had a $100 mattress pad, mattress topper that went on top of the mattress. It was wool and covered in a very fine fabric. I didn't even recognize it. When Mr. Viking went into the bedroom, and I said, maybe we should check under the bed, right? He lifted up the bed, and all I heard was, oh my God. And I thought, oh, I'm not going in there. I am not going in there. Well, I went in there. And when I went in there and I looked and I said, oh my God, what is that? I didn't even recognize it. They had shredded it and taken all the guts out and made little beds out of it all over the RV. It was crazy. We have spent the last 3 days from the time we got here cleaning up and disinfecting. Oh my gosh, we have never seen this before. Now, we had a mouse one time. It took us a week to catch him, but we were in the RV at the time when it happened. He didn't have a whole year and a half to have the run of the place, right? So we found 2 dead mice, or skeletons of 2 dead mice. So we had to clean that up. And we're vacuuming and we're doing all this stuff. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so the first thing we had to do was get the bedroom straightened out because we had nowhere else to stay. We had to stay in this RV. So that's the first thing. We had to take everything out of the bedroom, sweep everything out, vacuum, disinfect. Oh my gosh. Clorox, Lysol was our friend. And we had left some clothes in our drawers, in the linen closet, and in our hanging wardrobe. They didn't get in the hanging wardrobe. They didn't get in the linen closet, but they did get in the hamper. get in the kitchen. Anyway, it took us 8 hours to clean the bedroom. 8 hours. We got here before noon, and it took us until 9 o'clock that night. And I mean steady going. Cleaning, disinfecting, cleaning. We had to take all of the clothes out, shake them out into a bag because of mouse feces everywhere, and then tie that bag up and throw it away, put the clothes in a separate bag so that they could go to the laundromat and be washed, which is where Mr. Viking is now. He's taking the clothes to the laundromat, finally. And yeah, so that happened. And then we got that done. Then we moved into the bathroom. Bathroom was in pretty good shape, so I got that all disinfected and cleaned anyway. Then we moved into the kitchen. Oh, Lord. Oh, man. Oh, they had been through the kitchen. They literally ate an oven mitt. How do you eat an oven mitt? They ate an oven mitt. The whole thing. They ate the whole thing. I mean, there was just a tiny little bit of oven mitt left in the drawer. They ate the oven mitt. I don't know what. Now, somebody said they could have used it for bedding. We didn't even see little, the oven mitt was red. We didn't see any red little shavings or anything around it. They ate the oven mitt, okay? Anyway, they went through our food. We had 5 pounds of pinto beans. They didn't eat the beans. They split every bean in half and made a little bed out of it. And we had sugar. Well, we found out they don't like white sugar, but they did take the bedding from my $100 topper and stuff it down into the sugar bags. And we had about 5 pounds of rice. They ate every grain of rice. Every single grain of rice. Gone. 5 pounds. Gone. Anyway, I could go on and tell you guys, these cabinets up above me are full of like canned goods and things like that. We had to take everything out, wash everything, scrub all of the shelving. Everything had to come out. And I'm in the living room area right now. I'm gonna try to upload a clip of a video from when we first got this RV so that you'll have an idea of what it looks like. Anyway, in the kitchen, they had been in my pots and pans. We had to take all of that out, wash everything and down in bleach water and all, dry it, scrub the drawers out with Clorox, put everything away, dry everything with microfiber, and put everything back. But you know what? Here's the deal. I told people, I said, God loves his little creatures and he loves me too. He loves us too. And let me tell you why I say that. If we hadn't had some food in here, they were coming in for the winter. They would have chewed our furniture. They would have eaten our wires, and this coach would have been destroyed. I mean, it's just a write-off. If you can't find the electrical, forget it, right? So they ate the food. So the good Lord took care of the mice, and he took care of us so that we did not have to just write it off and buy another coach. So I am so glad that we left a little bit of something here. And how they got into it is because they recommend that you leave your vents open, that you leave your drawers and stuff open so that there's ventilation with the flux of the seasons. You know, if it's going to be stored for a long time, winter or summer, you get condensation. And in a mobile home or an RV, you'll get mold. And then it is a write-off. You can't live in it. So we did that. But if we hadn't have done that, they wouldn't have had access to the food and they would have chewed our wires. They would have destroyed this place. So we are at the end of it. We just got finished. We pulled this sofa bed out, checked the mattress and all. Thank God nothing was under the couch. We got all that cleaned up. So the next thing and the last thing that I have to do in here is shampoo all the carpets and clean the furniture, shampoo the furniture. In the meantime, with the furniture, we've used Lysol surface and fabric disinfectant. So, because I have a shampooer, but it doesn't have on-board tools where I can actually do the furniture. So anyhow, we stripped the bed down and all that, sprayed everything down, the sofa bed here, sprayed everything down. And the last thing we have to do is go outside into the basement area where all the bays are, where we keep, we store stuff for the tanks and all that, because that's how they got in. And we've been researching some videos on how to keep them out. So I think mothballs are going to become our friend. even if we don't have it in storage, right? If it gets cold, then we're going to try to seal it off as much as possible in the bottom of the coach and use mothballs, because I've raised rats before, but not wild ones and not wild mice. And I have raised mice before. And so I know that they have little sensitive noses. And if you put mothballs or cedar, stuff like that, that they can't, it messes with their respiration. So it'll repel them. So we will do that. We did set some traps out. We caught a mouse. The traps have been out since the night we got here, which has been 3 days now, and we haven't caught anything else. We had a mouse 4 years ago, one time, and it took us a week to catch that joker. He traveled with us through 3 states. He was slick. He was cunning. He kept eating the peanut butter. And I said, Chris, stop feeding him. He's never going to go away. And we finally caught him after a week. So that's been 4 years ago. And this is the only other time we've had this happen. But, I mean, they were just unabated, running through here, just having a blast. So anyhow, that's why we're so tired. That's why you hadn't heard from us. And when we get everything cleaned up and get our scooters sold, then we'll be heading back to the States. Anyway, that's the update. I hope you guys are having a good week and a good weekend. And I'm so glad of all of you that traveled with us and made your comments and everything down in the comment section. And I will see you when we get all of this done, which might be another 2 or 3 days. I don't know. But in the meantime, keep tripping.